So why I'm about to munch on a bowl of Cocoa Pops, because they are the GOAT. I wanted to mention what I talked about in the last video, which is finding my way. Our way inside the Hybrid project is simple. It's to run like a runner and look like a lifter while balancing family, fitness and work. That is simply it. To look good, to feel good, to perform good without fitness taking over your life. Because I have so many people messaging me on Instagram. So at the moment, I'm probably around 800 followers up in the last month or so, which again is really, really good. But I keep getting the same messages off people, which is your message just resonates with me so much, because so many people in the fitness industry are so fitnessy. And what I mean by that is they have no family life, i.e. they haven't got a family or kids or whatever. And if they have, they talk about Tupperware on a Saturday night. They're not someone you can resonate with. They're either really, really in shape, which means that, you can't, they're too far away from you. Whereas I'm just a normal guy who's trying to build a business, who's trying to, make something of his family, with his family as well. And then obviously in my fitness as well. You've probably seen my journey from when I first started this channel, PBing my marathon by over an hour, doing multiple Hyroxes, being in shape, all that sort of stuff. So it's pretty simple. The goal is to run like a runner, look like a lifter, without fitness taking over your life. So I'm gonna inhale these Cocoa Pops, and then we've got a full afternoon of filming, which I'll take you with me as well.
Clap for a nigga with his rapping ass. Blow a stack for your niggas with your trapping ass. Clap for a nigga with his rapping ass. Blow a stack for your niggas with your trapping ass. Time for. Time for. Time for. Coming up, coming down. Ride clean, fix your hair in my crown. Bad bitch, H-Town. Keep it trill, y'all know y'all can fuck around. Paris where we been, part my Parisian. It's whole time and no time is fuck.
So we have had 2 deliveries which I want to talk to you about. Number 1 is from Builder. So I've been waiting for this. As we know, I take Builder all the time. I'm one of their sponsored athletes. And I've been taking Hydro for literally the last couple of years. I take it every single day. I use it for marathons, Hyrox, you name it. It's the only thing that's not giving me cramps, so I can test that that is a very, very good product. And now they've got it in sachet form, so I don't have to take my bag everywhere. I can just take one of these sachets whenever I go to the gym for after my workout, or when I'm traveling in my backpack, because I'm on the go all the time. Strength is the other product that I use for training. So it's basically got citrulline and creatine. So it's great for basically blood flow, and it helps you, last a little bit longer. But I've been taking that as well. I've used it before every Hyrox race that I've done as well. Again, can only say that I've noticed a difference. I don't really use pre-workout, but I've got this anyway, which is their power product, just because I consume way too much caffeine. But whenever we need a little bit of a kick, I've got it there when we need to. And then the second one is our new merch. So as you know, this weekend, which you'll see on this vlog, we have our Tribe Training Day, where we bring all of our team together, we connect, we drink coffee, we train, we go through technique. I'm gonna put them through a Hyrox session as well, that they don't know about. So we got some merch made, and this time we got 2 different ones because everyone wanted different ones. We've got the Hybrid Project, which is the name of the program that my team are on one, and then on the other ones, half and half, we've got my staple, which is Run Like a Runner and Look Like a Lifter. So Big Tribe on the front, which is the name of the company, Run Like a Runner on that one, which is we trademarked, and then the Hybrid Project on the back of this. So these are sick. Got myself a few as well, of course. So 2 massive deliveries, a little bit of work to have a nice Friday afternoon, and then go and enjoy some of the sunshine with the family. Let's go.
Yeah, every 2 weeks I balance it through.
Who's that man in the bushes? I know, yeah. You'll have stains all over your shorts now. There you go, he's back to it now.
Saturday run. Yeah, we went to the Hyrox session today, but woke up feeling a little bit run down, so we just keep it easy. Ben's dieting, so he's struggling at the minute. So it's feeling like a nice easy plod. Zone 2 stuff around the park before a nice little coffee. So yeah, great way to start the weekend. And then we've got our session with the team tomorrow, so let's get this done. Let's take a walk through. Team, happy Saturday. So there we have it, a little 2 laps in the bag of the park, which is around 7k. Nice comfortable pace, average heart rate 139. So yeah, usually I have our threshold session today, but I feel run down. I think I've been clenching my jaw because I've been a bit anxious this week. Stomach's not there, and to go and push myself to get into like zone 4 is just not going to be sensible. So easy run, kept heart rate nice and low, and just wanted to get the sweat on, get some calories burned and get a move on. So that was a session in the bag, followed by a lovely coffee as always. So yeah, that'll be us training this week. I think this week's not been the best in terms of training. I think we trained like 4 times, which is on the lower end for me. So again, I'm not too concerned about it. I think sometimes we need a little bit. Beaver, hi. You got your ham sandwich?
She's such a little poser, isn't she?
Oh, I tell you what, that family day took a little bit of a turn. So I said at the start of the video I wasn't feeling too good, and then this afternoon I've been absolutely wiped out. So I've been asleep for the last hour, and again I'm having a few different issues. I've got a really sore jaw, and people are saying it's because of clenching, because anxiety after a bit of a manic week, and I hope it is that and not my teeth, because it's absolutely killing me. But anyway, it is 7 o'clock, it is Saturday night. We have eaten, but I thought, you know what, I'm feeling sorry for myself. I'm going to go and get one thing that I enjoy, which is some sushi. So I'm off to go and get some sushi, and yeah, feel sorry for myself for the rest of the night before catching up with the team tomorrow. And fingers crossed that I don't sound like a bag of shit tomorrow when I talk, because I've got 2 hours of going through stuff. Let's go. So I tell you what, that week can absolutely get in the bin. As you can see by my face, look how swollen that is. I haven't got a clenched jaw, I've actually got an abscess. So I spent the last night, or the whole of yesterday, in A&E, didn't get home till 12:30. And a load of things happened last week, which we'll get on to. But let's just say it's been a stressful week, very, very stressful week. So all this is a part of that. But it's Monday, it's a new week, and I know that the way that you talk to yourself is super, super important. So it's a new week and it's time to get things straight again. So Mondays are always manic, especially when both parents are working. Obviously, Abby coaches as well, and obviously we've got the baby. So it's so difficult to try and balance everything and make sure that she's doing all that she can, because she can't work when the baby's there because the baby doesn't allow her to. And then same with me. So it's just a balancing act all the time. So yeah, this week, again, we've got another bit of a foreign week, I call it, where we've got a few different things on our plate. But yesterday's training day was sick. Really good to do in-person coaching regardless of the situation. The team absolutely loved it. We got a good session and we went through technique. We went through the TTI method. Again, I've done a training on that on this channel, so go and check that out as well. And a few other bits. So really loved them days. And again, we can start to build them now going into the rest of the year, and hopefully get more people involved in them, because it was only a handful of people. It's like 20 people, but you coach a lot more people than that. So yeah, it was great. Really enjoyed it. But as I said, it's a new week. It's time to get after it. And yeah, new possibilities. Let's go. And this is also a message from me, but anyone else, is that you will often go through peaks and troughs, highs and lows. And it's important to not get fixated. And again, this is me speaking to myself. Not get fixated on the highs and not getting fixated on the lows, because they both will pass. So you have to have what's called emotional regulation, whether that's in a life, business or whatever. I say it all the time, and people have said it before me, it's like entrepreneurship is the ultimate personal development, because you go through so much stuff. You're constantly putting out fires, but then you're seeing the highs, you're seeing the lows, and you're constantly in between them. So I'm getting better over time, but what you've got to understand is that when things are really, really good, don't get fixated on that. When things are really, really low, don't get fixated on that. And understand that there'll often be ups and often be downs. There'll often be good days and often be bad days, because you can't have a good day without a bad day. And I said it before on the channel with races, is that you'll have shit training sessions, you'll have amazing training sessions, and you will constantly bounce between the two. And it's about being so forward thinking and zooming out and going, right, look at the overall picture, look what's happening on a quarterly basis, 6-month basis, yearly basis, and what's happening off the back of that. So for me, 1 week of having a bad week, quote unquote, is not going to do anything in the grand scheme of things, especially the things that I'm building, especially where I'm trying to go. It's a little bit of a tiny little speck in the grand scheme of things. So whenever you're going through it, it's difficult to see through the fog when you're in it. Understand that you will get through that at some point, either soon, maybe a little bit longer, but understand that you won't be in this phase forever. So that's a message to me and a message to you. That's literally it, mate. Like, you've been making some serious progress over the last few weeks, and you're in a really good spot with things. You just want to make sure that we're building on top of that momentum. Tuesday's going down in the office, so again, by far the busiest day of the week, just because it's when I sit down with everyone and go through their reflections, just to make sure that everyone knows where they're at, etc, etc. And then this afternoon we're going to be going through a few more bits. So I've got a little bit more of a strategy now with me content, because I've mentioned this on the channel before. It's like Instagram, YouTube are completely different. I actually prefer YouTube because it allows me to build deeper connections. You can buy into this, as opposed to like trying to catch your attention, which is not what I'm about whatsoever, and trying to jump on trends and film in the supermarket and all that shit. So YouTube is my goat, but like, I obviously want to make sure that the same topics, etc, are structured differently on Instagram, because they have to be, unfortunately. So YouTube is going to be the main thing, which again is good for you guys. Whiteboard videos and these vloggy style stuff, because they both have a purpose, I think, as well. It's not just a case of vlogging like my life, but it's showing you a little bit of everything behind the scenes of what I'm doing, which ties into what I coach, etc, etc, and then using the topics and the ideas of this to use Instagram content. So I've got a little bit of a structure now, which is what I've been struggling with over the last couple of months. So we'll see how this structure sort of goes over the coming months as well. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is that this weekend was what it's like to be a hybrid dad. And I said this on Instagram, is that family time, fitness, and then building my future of what I want to do, my mission, my purpose. So getting out and be able to do tie on a Friday, run on a Saturday, train with my team on a Sunday, being able to spend a full day on Saturday with my family, going into town, having some good food, doing a spot of shopping. That's what it's about. And then on top of that, spending time with people who I coach, and the vision and the mission of running like a runner, look like a lifter, and helping men unlock everything in their life. Because I've said this before, is that I am a walking example of someone who can have it all. And what I mean by that is be in shape, get faster, get fitter, but then not at the sacrifice of my family life. I can still have a growing career, a growing business. I don't have to just summon to the fact that I am now a dad, or the monotony of life where you go to work, you come home, you put the baby to bed, and that's it. Like, we are in a life where, a time in our life where we can do whatever we want. And I think I'm helping people understand that. I'm a walking example of that. And I'm helping the guys exactly do that inside the Hybrid Project. So hopefully you find this video useful. If you did, you know what to do. Drop it a like, drop it a comment. It goes a long way. And again, there's more videos here that you can go and watch. Go and check out the rest of the channel. And I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.